All right, everybody, give me just one more second. I need to find the fuzzy hat for Bob. Congratulations on first, Bob. Yes, and then we can start our epic space adventure. All right, I found it. I found it. I'm going to finish taking a sip of the drink that I have, and we're good. All right, we're here. We're good. We're here. Everything's working. I'm wearing glasses today. I am insecure about it, so cool. I'm gonna just ignore it. Gonna ignore the fact. Anyways, today we are playing a game that I don't think we've actually played on stream before. Also, I'm not center frame, and Draco's right here. Yes, we are playing 60 Parsecs. You might recognize it if you are a fan of the channel because it was today's video as well. I didn't plan that. It just happened to be what I edited and what I had prepared to stream. So, fun happenstance there. If you are on YouTube, feel free to go in the comment section. And there's a pinned comment where you can watch today's video. Stick around for stream, but after, maybe go check out the video. But it would really help if you went and you hyped today's video. Hyping is a new YouTube function that helps promote and push out the videos more than just a basic like or comment, but likes and comments always help. So, also feel free to do that on both the video and this stream. But without further ado, let's actually just go ahead and get into the game. I'm sure I will have plenty of time to like chat and talk and whatever. Oh my goodness. I forgot that oopsie pat is a thing. All right. Before we get started, let me go put on oopsie pat. It should take me roughly 30 seconds. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. That would have been freaking awful. And that one was a me issue this time, not like last week where just nothing was working. All right, so what I was saying is this is Oopsie Pat. It's also roughly half of what I wear for when I do stand up. So, yes, that's a treat. Bob, I do notice you. I do notice you. I notice you all the time. Hi, Bob. Hi. Hi, Bobsy Games. Yes. What we're playing today is 60 Parsecs. It is from the makers of 60 Seconds. I don't think we've played it on stream before, but like I said, it was today's video. Yeah, so it's pretty much the same thing as 60 Seconds, except instead of a family, like a nuclear family living in a nuclear apocalypse, you are astronauts that left the Earth and made that wise decision. So, let's pick a hero. Today's video, we did Baby Bronco. Who are we not going to see for a minute? We're not going to see Emmett for a minute. In video form. Emmett Ellis. Despite his brilliant mind, Emmett has always been undervalued and misunderstood by his peers. Seeking scientific challenge, and to get away from his ungrateful job as a chemistry teacher, he signed up for the Astro Citizen program, hoping this will be the place where he can finally earn the appreciation and respect he deserves. Your goal as the captain is to have 5 successful intelligence attribute decisions. Sounds good to me. Let's get going. All right. And then also let me know if the game audio is good. There's nothing happening right now, but as soon as we get onto the next screen, there'll be like ticking and then alarms. And then after that, it'll pretty much just be like space music. All right, so what do we need? What do we want? Who do we want to bring? We can bring Dee Dee. I like me a good cup of coffee. And then this also is good, whatever's in here. All right. Can I just... There we go. Oh, we could start grabbing before time? That feels like cheating. Oh, that's so great. I love that. I love that for us. All right, let's go ahead and bring you, girlfriend. And we have one more spot on the ship, which is going to go to who? I don't know, but we do need some food, so I'm going to go ahead and grab some of these soup cans. I wish I could grab the rubber ducky. Who's this way? Who's this way? I will grab you. Yeah, this all seems good. I had a run recently where all I needed was a freaking shovel. All right. Oh, there's a mask right there. This thing is so small, I consistently miss it. All right, okay, Baby Bronco. Baby Bronco, we got ya. All right. Oh, and we're running out of time. We are running out of time. We are running right out of time. I think we're good. I think we're done. Yep, that's it. All right. Oh, someone has defaced that poster. Goodness, who would do that? All right. I don't think I grabbed enough stuff, to be honest. I think we grabbed like 2 cans of soup, 3 cans of soup. Oh, we got 5 cans. That's fine. That's enough. Yikes. Okay. We're not looking super great, but we're looking like something. Okay. Hi, Astro, computerized assistant reporting for duty. You must be Emmett, right? I'm pleased to announce that according to my data, you qualify to become the captain of this vessel. Welcome aboard the Escape Shuttle, Captain. On behalf of the Astro Citizen program, please accept our apologies for the negligible inconvenience of being blown 60 parsecs away from Earth. Recommended course of action, find a safe place to land, and then try to contact the outside world. Please activate the main computer for further instructions. It is located in the center of the shuttle. Follow the regular rationing protocol and feed your crew. I await your decisions, Captain. Oh, and then this will tell us our goals, which right now is to land and to make 5 intelligent decisions. Then this also tells us... Right. This tells us what everybody does. And I just realized, yeah, so we're brilliant with our mind. So we have one very smart person. We have someone with mighty strength. We don't really have anybody that's... Oh, no. We have Dee Dee, who's limber, and then we have April, who is... Okay. She's not particularly gifted. She has good strength, but we have Bronco here, so... You know, April's like our mid-girl. Yeah. Captain, since you've just taken command, the protocol indicates a speech must be given. A good one. Scratch that. A great one! Everyone is really looking forward to your speech, Captain. So am I! This is it. You can really show what breed of captain you'll be on this incredible journey. What kind of speech will you give? Well, considering intelligence is our strongest, let's go ahead and do an intelligent one. Hello. Click. Perfect. How are you doing today? This is how we end the day. Hang on. Before I want to... Okay, 5 soup. Crafting unavailable until we're actually in anything. Are you father? I'm actually mother. I just watched Atsuko Akatsuka's thing, so today's good. How are you? I'm doing actually pretty well today. I got like a good amount of stuff done as far as my education is concerned. I have my papers for both of my classes like 95% complete, and I did some CEU stuff today, so can't complain. Aha, mother! You knew exactly what to say. Your convincing speech was more than enough to prove your worth as the captain of the last human crew in the universe. That was quite a performance, Captain. Your crew started cheering even before you were finished with the speech. Long live the captain! Filled the cabin. If the sound could travel through the soundless void outside the hull of the ship, that would be it. One thing is for sure, you're ready for any challenge this galaxy throws at you. Inspired by your inspired by your smart leadership style, I allowed myself to power up the enzyme generator in the back of the shuttle. It'll produce some useful chemicals for you daily. Oh, cool. Captain, the crafting modules in the back of the cabin has been activated. It's just like the Astro Citizen materials said. This state-of-the-art machine lets you create something from almost nothing. All you need is a little bit of minerals, chemicals, or power. Use it to craft, recycle, and repair your supplies, as well as upgrade items and the shuttle system. You seem alert, Captain. I commend the way you've been taking care of your mental well-being. I knew that was gonna fall. You should know that peak mental condition means increased efficiency when it comes to performing tasks. Perfect. Good. I'm so glad. All right, so what are we going to... We can't upgrade anything yet? Okay, that's fine. I feel like we should craft a communicator. Pretty darn quick. Oh, we did... No. Okay. Well, that's a problem. We only grabbed minerals. We did not grab any chemicals or energy. Okay. Well, that blows. Alright. There's nothing to report, Captain. I suggest you, Captain, would you mind covering your mouth when you yawn? I thought you got a good night's sleep. Wait, could this be boredom? Yes, I've heard that humans need excitement in their lives to function properly. How curious. Captain, you're sitting in a state-of-the-art space shuttle drifting through the deep cosmos full of wonder and mystery. Could you at least pretend you're having a good time? Let's go ahead and read. Read the handbook. Yesterday started pretty slow, but you managed to turn it around. Browsing your Astro Citizen handbook on the in the airlock. You found a set of exercises and decided to try them out. You did jumping jacks all afternoon. How fun! But more importantly, it was healthy. You feel much better now. Crafting complete. Now we have a communicator. Alright, Let's also make an artifact. We are getting 1 chemical a day from, like, the ship, just pulling in things from space. So that's kind of nice, but it's going to be a while before that does anything to us. I think we'll make some tape next, and then we'll deconstruct it or recycle it, because then it'll give us some more stuff. We need some stuff. How's everybody feeling? April, you doing good? Bronco, Dee Dee, Emmett. Alright. Captain, it's important to keep yourself and your crew well fed. 1 portion of delicious canned soup is enough to sustain a human for a few days. I doubt we will find any useful rations here in space. That's why it's important to keep good inventory in stock, unless you want to eat your own crewmates. Ha ha! That was a joke. Please appreciate it and laugh. Look, we're bonding already. This is bonding. Who will perform the routine supply check? The only requirement is simple mathematics. I realize it might be a lot to ask, but I have a good feeling about this crew, Captain. Why don't I do it? Because I'm smart. And everyone else kind of has average intelligence, except for Baby. Okay, cool. So we got 2 from our amazing skills at rationing. So now we have 7. That's good. That almost gives us a couple of weeks, I think. And we now have the artifact. So we will now go ahead and make some tape, which will then recycle. So space travel can be dull, but there are still tons of ways to make your own fun. Trust me, I live in a computer. Let's design a game. Your game will need a core mechanic, which could revolve around an item. Get creative. What kind of game will you design? Let's do a shovel. I used to like Dig Dug. I thought that was a fun game. Also, thank you, whoever just subscribed over on YouTube. If you are on the... I'm still going to use a hat, but it's not going to be the fuzzy hat. If you're on the horizontal, this number right here... Oh, actually, I changed it. Yeah, so on both of them. This number right here, it's a live number. It changes with your subscription status. So, if you want to play with it and make it go up, feel free to subscribe. Alright. We did the thing for the day. We did the thing for the day. Oh, how's everybody feeling? Wait, how's everybody feeling? Everyone's kind of feeling a lot of nothing still. That's it. Okay, good, good. You designed your game around the shovel. The core mechanic of your game was tug. You being the captain were always it. You chased the rest of the crew around the shuttle, trying to smack them in the head. Oh my goodness. That sounds dangerous. Okay. You're getting quite hungry, Captain. Dee Dee's taking care of her mental health and is now alert. Dee Dee is hungry. April's complaining about an empty stomach. Baby is alert. Alright, but everyone's starting to get a little bit hungry. Okay, that's fine. We're not going to feed them yet, though. But we are going to recycle this, where we'll get 10 chemical and 5 power. Perfect. Oh gosh, you found a holographic chess set on board. You've never heard of holographic chess? It's like regular chess, but with a big round board, and the pieces are holographic monsters. Because it doesn't use physical pieces, I can totally play with you. You'll have to input my moves, but just remember, I control the airflow to where you sleep at night. You'd better not cheat, is all I'm saying. Want to play a game? Of course I do. I'm a genius. Also, I want to see how far he is. Okay. We've only made 1 of 5, like, smart decisions. And everyone's still just hungry, right? No one's starving? Okay. I can't believe you defeated me at holographic chess. How? The computers always win. I know you had help from the crew. I'm tempted to turn this ship into a pile of smoking space junk. But good game. Aside from me having the burning desire to kill you, the mood around here feels lighter, doesn't it? Everyone's in high spirits. I guess brutally crushing the soul of your beloved ship's AI will do that. You traitor. Okay. Alright, and we now actually have some extra stuff, so we should probably make a med kit. Just real quick. And by real quick, I mean in 3 days. Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, it is what it is. Also, yes, okay, that did give us our second smart attribute. The shuttle sounds a bit rickety, Captain. A fan above the terminal is making a clicking sound, and there's a big cable knot behind one of the panels. I recommend a touch of spring cleaning. You don't have a ladder, so balancing on one of the chairs and check behind the fan. Alternatively, you could try to untie the knot on the cable. Let's try to untie the knot. Oh, wait, how's everybody feeling? Still just a little hungry. Oh, and Baby and Dee Dee are already feeling loyal to me. Okay, everybody's not doing super hot now. You and the crewmate untangled the wire behind one of the shuttle's panels. You found 4 piles of Astrocitizen multivitamins along the wiring space. Or at least it looked like multivitamins, you remember. I still think it was mice droppings. Either way, you all feel revitalized after eating them. Really? Because it says we're all starving. Oh wait, but was that our third? It was! Alright, good for us. Yeah. Your attention is required, Captain. This is most abnormal. We're registering unknown transmissions, but I can't identify who is sending them. And more importantly, what they contain. It might be a solar flare interference, or worse, a new type of Soviet encryption. We need to decipher these signals as soon as possible. For all we know, our survival depends on it. Who do you want to put in charge of monitoring the communications? Me? I'm a genius. Alright, but everybody gets soup. Everybody gets some soup. First contact. I don't think it really matters who you put, because I think you always get it. Alright. Goals updated, check goals section. Captain, you need to see this. It's not easy. I'm not easily excited, but this is one of the greatest moments for humanity and human-made AI alike. We're not alone in the universe. The signals we intercepted were finally decrypted. They're alien transmissions, as in coming from other life forms. Alright, going until 43. Thank you, Bob, for the fuzzy hat. Where did my son go? Huh. I'm assuming he's either in the closet being naughty, or being an under-the-bed monster. And no, I don't mean the Reds. It's something we've never seen before. There seems to be a number of intelligent civilizations in this galaxy. The signals are coming from everywhere. We can safely assume we're going to meet some of them sooner or later. Or rather, your life will never be the same, Captain. One of the digital signatures seems familiar, but the message itself is unclear. Perhaps when we get closer to its source, the transmission will clear up. The source is in outer space, at least a week from our current position. Oh god. You did a splendid job, Captain. The electromagnetic interference that you traced point to what seems like a potential landing spot in our flight path. Our ETA to that celestial body is, or whatever it might be, is T-4. You should eat something, Captain. Everyone's hungry. Baby considers us a friend. Aww. Thank you, friend. Alright, the girls are just loyal to us right now, but, you know, that's fine. We're not going to feed them until they're, like, starving, though. Yeah, okay. And then we should have our med kit tomorrow, and then we'll make... Ooh, I think. We'll either make duct tape and then recycle it and make soup, or we'll make soup. That way we have at least one more for everybody once we start starving. We're experiencing minor technical difficulties with the communication console. In other words, we're completely blind and deaf. I can't pinpoint the origin of this malfunction, but I'm registering an intensifying tonal signal. Captain, it's a bomb. The countdown will be over soon. Do something, Captain! We don't have armor, and we don't have a pew-pew. So, we do nothing. We just wait. When you sat down in front of the communications console, which was about to explode, you just folded your arms. My processors froze for a second. That was highly illogical. And yet, we're still here. How'd you know it was not going to blow up, Captain? Our course has not changed. We'll be at a landing spot in 3 days. April's contemplating about the lack of rations. Oh, complaining. Yeah, I understand everyone's hungry, but you're only hungry. We don't have a ton of rations, so. Alright, but we do need to make soup. Or make... What is this? Duct tape. Right, we need to make duct tape, then recycle it, and then turn that into soup. Captain, we're now entering a field of cosmic gas. The origin is unknown, though I have a theory. Uh-oh. Can you smell that? Did someone forget to brush their teeth today? No, it's just that gas leaking inside the shuttle. Could someone try to isolate some of the gas to use later? Avoiding the leak side effect? Let's do April. Because I think her agility... No. I think Dee Dee. Because I think limber is better than flexible. And I think this is an agility question. I could be wrong, but I think it is. Dee Dee did a great job at containing the gas inside the shuttle. Awesome, I was correct. She also succeeded in isolating enough of the gas for us to rework it into useful chemicals. Smart! Okay, perfect. We can land in a planet in 2 days. We just made some tape, which I guess we don't really need now because we have so much chemical. Alright. We're being contacted by royalty. A prince, no less. All we need to do is send him some soup and a little personal information, and he'll reward us with 5 cans of soup. The poor man's been betrayed by his family. He needs the intergalactic currency to access a secret soup account he's stored away. Surely I shall send the soup at once. Oh, honey, no. This is an Earth scam. No, don't do that. We don't do it to the Phenobian prince. Like, no. Up, wait. How's everybody feeling? Just hungry? Just hungry? Just hungry? No one's dying? Just hungry? Okay. Good on us. Good job, everybody, not dying. I'm so proud. I'm so proud of everybody not dying. Oh, no. What is this, a scam, you say? I hardly think a prince would resort to such lows. Next, you'll tell me that the man who programmed my spelling function wasn't legitimate. Yep. Very well, Captain. I'll keep our precious soups, and the heir to the Empire of Big Moon 3 will starve. I hope you know what you're doing. Alright, we'll get there in 1 day. Alright, everyone's starving now, which is a perfect time for us to have made all of our soup. So, crafting's unavailable. Oh, no. Well, that's not good. Curious what happened. Captain, something's not right. There's an uncontrolled power source in the crafting module. I can't do anything to stop it. This is no accident. It's sabotage. Someone needs to fix it immediately or it's going to blow. Well, let's have the genius do it. That seems like a smart choice. Thank goodness I already made that soup. Amazing, Captain. Not only did you stop the power surge in the crafting module, but you also upgraded it in the process. Captain, stay alert. This may happen again. Alright, baby's still our friend. And everyone's kind of hungry. So. Okay. Yeah, we have other stuff we could do. But I think the soup is most important at the moment. Just, oh, wait. Okay, so that's Phenobo. We have a question now of, can we survive to another planet? Can we make it to another planet? I think we can. I have confidence in us. So I'm going to say, let's not land. Sir, a wild sight has cropped up on my scanners. A dark, swirling-skied planet lies directly in our path. It's covered in a giant storm, but beneath the dark swirls, my scanners detect hazy, indistinct heat signatures and a multitude of structures. A thunderous world is probably an improvement over this mind-boggling empty vacuum. Should I initiate landing protocol, Captain? Nope, don't. Because we also need to investigate the source of the mysterious transmission in outer space. How's everybody doing? Just hungry? Alright, and we're friends? And you're a science officer? Alright, cool. Don't remember when that happened, but cool. Yeah, we love that. Captain, the planet was passed yesterday. The planet we passed yesterday is now barely visible against the dark canvas of space. Conditions on its surface were a bit questionable, so I can see why you chose not to risk a crash landing. Our resources won't last forever, however. It would be wise to land somewhere before things get nasty in the shuttle, Captain. In the shuttle cabin. I'll let you know as soon as I clock a visible landing spot. You could use some more rations, Captain. Yeah, I know. Believe me, I know. We're working on it. Captain, some space spring chores are necessary. First off, the equipment safety and condition evaluation. One of these checks is now overdue. What with all the interstellar interloping, we should check some of our gear. And April seems idle. Is there anything she should check? Why don't you go ahead and check the artifact? Hey, how's everybody doing? Oh, Dee Dee's now our friend. Great. We love that. We love that for us and Dee Dee. Oh. You asked April to grab the Astro Citizen approved checklist sheet. She ran through it on the chosen piece of equipment. April gladly went over the checklist. While making her thorough check, she found a small sachet of soup taped behind the console. Ever respectful, she offered you the snack. Now that's loyalty, sir. Oh, okay. And we crafted some soup. You remain very mentally stable. Dee Dee's hungry. Are we not hungry anymore because we ate? No. We did. Okay. All right. And then we're going to need to deconstruct the soup. That way we can... Or deconstruct the tape. That way we can have another soup. That way we can all survive. Last night I was browsing through some designs of beautiful machines. Never you mind why. Now, pay attention. I found a food dispensing machine on board. All shuttles in the Astro Citizen program were to be equipped with one. Ours is missing a lever, but apart from that it seems functional. It's hardly rocket science, so you should manage to be able to fix it. But how? I think the shovel would make a good lever. As long as it doesn't break it. How's everybody feeling? Good? Good? Okay. Everybody's good. Just want to be sure. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, good. Banging the machine mercilessly with a shovel was bound to bring results. If the handle hadn't wedged in place of a lever, I'm sure the vending machine would have fixed itself and put an end to all the noise. I'm so proud to be a member of your crew, Captain. Now just a little pull and there you go, Captain. A brand new can of soup straight from the vending machine. Unfortunately, there was only one portion inside. Don't worry, I already got rid of the remaining junk. Okay, cool. So we crafted a soup and now we have an extra soup. We're hungry, but everyone else is starving. So let's go ahead and feed everyone else. Let's also go ahead and make ourselves some armor, because that seems smart. We'll feed everyone else. Alright. I have a bug, Captain. I don't know who modified my code, but the consequences could be devastating. You need to open my back panel and perform an emergency fix. How will you approach the surgery? With my genius. Duh. Which will be my 4th genius decision out of 5. Day 16. You access the sabotage processor and fix the issue. You sure are quick with those 1s and 0s. We still don't know who committed the sabotage. Perhaps the enemy is closer than we thought. Captain, I'm afraid we have a saboteur on board. Baby's still my friend. I'm starving. Dee Dee's hungry. April's asking for soup. Okay. Well, now it's my turn to eat because I'm actually starving. Okay, that's good. We are going to go ahead and recycle the tape. Yes. Oh my goodness, the little French kitty. An incoming transmission. Bonjour, Astro citizens. La Veronique crew welcomes you as your former ally from Earth. Error. Return to your nap station. Error. Communications with another vessel. Pardon, our onboard AI is an itty-bitty confused. This was not in her schedule, but I would like to meet with you, Monsieur American Capitan, for the continued alliance of our nations, yes? May I board your ship for customary drinks? Merci, Captain F. Of course. Okay, cool. Goal achieved. Investigate the source of the mysterious transmission in outer space. Monsieur Astro Citizen, enchanté, Capitaine Felicite. First cat in space, proud representative of my nation's government. The visitor extended her paw in a greeting. Oh my goodness, look at her! Oh, she's so cute! Okay. Oh, that's great. Please accept the symbolic soup à la tomate from me and my crew. Bon appetit! I am shocked we did not expect to meet anybody here. We collect much data and we look for planets to colonize. Are you also here for research? Error 404, cat not found. Error, unscheduled boarding. As you can see, Claude, my ship's AI, is not happy I'm here, but I am the captain, yes? I may go where I please. I shall spend a few days here. Let us get to know each other, and now we dine. Please show me to your table. Oh, perfect. Alright, we have one more intelligent decision to make. We need to still find an appropriate landing spot, but we didn't investigate and find the source, so good on us. While doing a routine cleanup of the data, I came upon a blueprint for a device called the flux capacitor. If installed, it might allow us to find our way home. However, it needs to be assembled. Will you try to assemble the flux capacitor? Sure, why not? I've seen Back to the Future. Couple of times. Oh no, that did not bode well for me. You were trying to assemble the flux capacitor yesterday when things went terribly wrong. One false move caused the contraption to explode. You got injured, but thankfully, you weren't teleported anywhere, or anywhen. Felicity says, I know what you are thinking. Have I sniffed your behind? Ha! Well, it's the blue sky. Or is it yellow? Monsieur, I am serious. Which one is it? I cannot tell. Alright. Yeah. I'm badly hurt. Please consider treating your injuries. Alright. Yeah. We're gonna go ahead and craft some more soup, though. Real quick. Alright. Felicity wants to speak to you. I thank you for your hospitality, but there is an issue. I receive many errors from Claude daily. Error here, error there, error everywhere. She is not well. Perhaps it is my fault. I was not to leave La Veronique, you see. Not until I return to Earth. I must go back to my ship with haste. While Claude is faulty, we might require your help. Could I count on you in the future? Of course. Who would say no to that? What's the consequence of us saying no to that, I wonder? Oh, I didn't treat my injuries. Oops. The Astro Cats. Goal update. Check your goal for... Okay. Cool. So that was... Oh! Are we not looking for a landing spot anymore? Wait. Felicity left you a message and returned to her ship. I am most glad you agree. Let us cooperate then. I will make contact with you soon, monsieur. If you are still in outer space. Alright. Well, Dee Dee and April are starving. And Baby's starving. Which tells me I'm going to starve tomorrow. Which tells me I have to recycle something. Because I don't have time. Yikes. Okay. We have to do that. Alright. Everyone except me is starving. Oh, that's me. That's me, not... But I do need medical attention. Okay. Captain, Dee Dee keeps staring at you. Yes, she watches you sleep too. The other day she asked me all sorts of personal questions about you. Personal, as in they're in your classified personnel file. I would never share your info with anybody, Captain. You're my best friend. Just kidding, it's protocol. Looks like crewmate Dawkins wishes to get closer to you. Sharing soup cans, washing each other's spacesuits, holding hands. This sort of thing humans do, I assume. I've not seen her open up like this until now, Captain. I'd advise you not to toy with her emotions. What do you say? Do you feel the same about her? Are we having a relationship with Dee Dee? Yes, sure, why not? I love that idea. You know, provided she doesn't die of starvation. Oh, we're all friends now, too. Oh, great. This is great. Oh, yeah, look at her. She looks so in love and emaciated. But very in love. Oh. Oh, right. This is for when we go on expeditions. If we ever land. Which I don't know that we will. Oh, God. You made your feelings for crewmate Dawkins clear. There really was no need for the grand gesture, such as shouting about it into the vast cosmos. The vast cosmos does not care, Captain. It is 100% uncaring. Same can't be said about crewmate Dawkins. She cares a great deal, apparently. Try not to mess this up, Captain. Dee Dee's trust does not come easily. Okay. You're starving, Captain. Better grab a bite. But my injuries have healed. Dee Dee is now my soulmate. Aww. Baby would hesitate before calling himself your friend. Baby officially hates your guts. Baby turned out to be a traitor? Oh my god, Baby's a robot! An android, I mean. Baby! I'm now angry that I gave you food! I really hope I don't die. Well, first things first, I need some soup. I also got rid of the only thing that could have helped us. Baby, what are you doing? Captain, crewmate Bronco is violating protocol. He's attempting to override my memory storage. This is... Oh no, Captain, he's the traitor who's been sabotaging us all this time. That's impossible. That's impossible, you cry in horror. You were my friend, Baby. Baby's lifeless eyes rest upon you, showing no emotion, no remorse, nothing. He reaches for that dead face and removes it like a mask, revealing his true nature. He's a robot! You're a damn robot! You shout, surprised. You are mistaken, human scum. I am a damn android. Time to die. He corrects you with contempt. So typical of high-level synthetic life forms and dipsticks. Captain, we can't let the android, insult us or tamper with our equipment, even if I suspect it to be a distant relative. Stop him! We have nothing that can stop him. So hopefully I don't either die of starvation or baby offs us. So, you know. Oh, day 1. Day 20. Oh. Nope. Okay. Well, that blows. I'm mad. Okay. You kicked the bucket. I did not see that coming. The universe is full of cruel surprises. You'll never take us alive, you challenged the damn android. To your dismay, he obliged. Resistance is futile, it announced just before you were terminated. 01010010. Alright. Wow, we had so much going for us. We had a French cat friend. We had a soulmate. Yeah. Yeah, that really blew. Okay. Huh. Well, how about them apples? Okay. It's our friend Felicity. Was that her name? Felicity? Alright, we've been going for only an hour. Yeah, I think we could probably do one more round, try and see if we can survive. Who do we want to be this time? Send 3 successful expeditions on a strange new world. Tom Thompson. Everyone's first impression of Tom Thompson is that of a decorated major, brave, courageous, a man who has seen it all, sporting a dastardly eye patch and a coat of once magnificent blonde hair. Tom believes himself to be everyone's dream come true, and the personification of the American hero, except none of this is true. Or Megan. Let's go ahead and do Tom Thompson. Why not? Why not? Am I right? Why not? I'm also gonna... Alright, no, I need people who have something big going for them. No, I was hoping to have grabbed them beforehand. Okay. Alright. Okay, grabbing these. I'm gonna try and be kind of smarter about what I'm grabbing. No. Oh god. Need that soup can. That wasted so much time, didn't it? Yeah, it did. Hope no one up there was important. Megan, you're not of particular interest to me. You, however, are very, very intelligent. So I think I also want Baby Bronco on board. Or I do have Baby Bronco. Okay. Battery. Oh god. Oh god, oh god, oh god, okay. Yeah, you know, I could have grabbed more. I feel like I could have grabbed more. Yeah. Namely food. I think I could have grabbed more food. But, you know, it's fine. We grabbed enough stuff to make food and other things. I think. Let's just see. Oh, that's right. We didn't grab another crewmate. Okay. Well then. Alright. There was already some soup on board. That's great. 3 successful expeditions once we land and find a landing spot. Oh, I'm not particularly bright about anything. So, we're just going to go ahead and do one about our strength. Yeah. On the edge of space, one can only survive if he is tough as nails. You fit the profile, Captain, and so did your powerful speech. Oh, okay. May all that oppose you tremble in fear. No one can stop you and your crew. Long live the Captain. Inspired by your headstrong leadership style, I allowed myself to power up the matter generator. It'll produce some minerals for you daily. Okay, perfect. Quite resourceful, aren't you, Captain? I'm, of course, referring to that thing you're hiding under your uniform. There you go. Oh, cool. So I ended up getting a shovel just cause. Also, his Medal of Valor is a soup can. Well, that's neat, isn't it? Okay. So we actually have enough soup to get us through for a bit. Let's go ahead and make that artifact. Routine supply check. We're going to go ahead and have it be our smart man, Emmett. Yeah. I did not intend for this to also be like a boys' trip in space, but there you go. Current number of soup cans is 4, but there's 6 up there? Huh, okay. Interesting. Captain, error, I am broken. Please fix me. Oh, please, Captain, do something. We can use our intelligence, but we don't have much of it. Sorry about that, girlfriend. First aid kit, or... Let's do the lighter, because we don't need to use the... We'll get more minerals, we will not get more chemicals. That's the issue. Thank you for fixing my error. You're quite a hacker, I admit. That's a relief. Who knows what would have happened if it wasn't for you. Okay, cool. There we go. Glad that's a thing. Why are there drawings on the walls of aliens? We're gonna go ahead and just make more soup. We found a small metal box in one of the compartments labeled "To Cert, Do Open." You could take apart the lock and gather some elements from it, ignoring what's inside, or you could try to open it, which would require deft fingers. Let's do the smart thing, because we're even less agile. Tinkering in the box's lock did not pay off. You triggered its anti-tampering mechanism and heard a breaking sound within. The box contents was destroyed. It made you and your crew incredibly frustrated. Alright, that's fair. Alright, how many soup cans do we have? Alright, so yeah, we should make 2 more soup. That way we're good for 3 full rounds. Interesting, Captain. It appears there's a hollow space behind the wall panel. A hidden room, maybe? A secret stash would be worth it. Alright, let's do it with our strength. But I don't think it's going to work very well. Yesterday, you removed a wall panel. You removed a wall panel and found a hidden space. The panel was pretty heavy, but you tore it away with no problem at all. Nicely done for a human. Unfortunately, you found nothing. Okay, well. Alright, and then we have space enough for 1 more soup can. Found a couple of rusted and swollen cans of soup in the dark corners. Someone must have put them there a long time ago and then completely forgotten about them. It doesn't look at all safe to eat, but then again, it's a soup can. It's supposed to last for 737 years. Will we keep the cans? Yes, we will, because it's soup. And I'm actually going to hold off then on creating that, because if in fact we end up with another soup can, then that'll give us 9. There's only 3 of us. That'll get us through 3 feeding cycles, which should be more than enough for us to land. So, if we end up keeping them, then I'm going to make us a med kit. And then we'll pretty much just be missing, I think, the book. And, no, we have duct tape, we have a lighter. Yeah, I think we'll pretty much then just be missing the book. And the, nope, we have the artifact. Okay, never mind. We'd be good. We'd be good. Alright, day 7. Everyone's starving. Yep, that ancient soup can you found gave you pause, and no wonder it looks older than the ship. And yet here it is. Who could have left it here? Then again, who cares? Free soup! Okay. Everyone's starving, so perfect. Everyone will eat today. That's great. And now, we can craft a first aid kit. Isn't that lovely? Oh my gosh, found a holographic chest. Oh, goodness. Okay, yeah. We're not going to win, but we can still play. We can have Emmett win, but we can't win. I don't want to rub it in your face that I defeated you at holographic chess, but ha ha ha! Why are you mad? How in the universe did you expect to beat me? The computer always wins. Dry your tears. I made a perfectly legal move. You, on the other hand, should be thankful I didn't let you cheat your way to victory. I'm not the most forgiving person when losing a board game. Alright. I see you, girlfriend. Your attention is required, Captain. There is most abnormal. We've registered unknown transmissions. We'll go ahead and we'll have Emmett decipher it, but I don't think we're going to go to it this time. Doot. First contact. Yep, we hear things, but there should be a place in 3 days for us to go. And I think we're going to land on it. Captain, thus far I've kept the shuttle in artificial gravity, but I need to see how well you and the crew adapt to zero gravity or weightless environment. A benefit of weightlessness is that you can store anything anywhere. The downside is harder to move around. Practice is mandatory, but if more than one person runs the zero gravity test at a time, it'll be chaos. Who do you want to test? Emmett, because he's the most agile of us right now. How you feeling? Loyal? Okay. I'm a hoarder. I saw that. It said hoarder. Emmett passed the zero gravity test with flying colors, stopped the shuttle's rotation, and we swam through the cabin like a dolphin chasing a tennis ball. Oh, dolphins don't chase tennis balls, you say? You obviously didn't hear about the Astro Citizen program's secret projects. They were chasing tennis balls all right, and solving complex math, even performing musicals. Alright, T-minus 2 days. We have a medkit now. We're not going to recycle anything. We're good. Captain, I'm picking up a large object of unknown origin not far from us. It's hollow. There could be supplies inside, or maybe even other intelligent life. There's only one way to find out. Should I activate our super fancy tractor beam? Yes, that's its official name. Charlene from Astro Citizen HQ won the name rights at the Christmas raffle. Alright, good on you, Charlene. I like the name. And yes, we're going to tractor beam it into us. You pulled the mysterious hollow space thing abroad, opening it. Unfortunately, the astronaut hiding inside had long since perished. Decomposing in space is interesting, Captain. I gather many useful data. No, you're right. I'm sorry. May he rest in peace. Everyone on board suffered mentally from the experience. You kept muttering, it could have been me. I'm confused by your hypotheticals, Captain. It still could. Thanks. Thanks, ship. You're amazing. Alright, we're all dying of starvation, so let's do that. Captain, fantastic news. The scanners have picked up a container floating in the vicinity. I wonder what's inside. Sure, if we already have the super fancy beam, why don't we do that? The mysterious cargo the scanner spotted yesterday is now on board. Opening the box in 3, 2, 1. While pulling the damn cargo container in, we did not follow standard Astro Citizen procedure for the airlock operations. If you want to perish in outer space, Captain, that's your choice. But be so kind as to not take anyone else with you. Or any of our equipment, for that matter. Like you just did. Our communicator's gone now. That sucks. Okay. Well, look. A strange new world. Also, let's craft a damn communicator. Good news, Captain. We're approaching a celestial body that appears to be a planet. The scanners detect no life, but some structures on the surface suggest that it was inhabitable at one point. The climate is harsh and unwelcoming, but even that beats being stranded in space, right? A landing could be attempted, but steering the ship will require exceptional hand-eye coordination. Since you're not exactly a brain surgeon, you'll need luck on your side to succeed. Bearing that in mind, should I initiate the landing protocol? Yes, you should. Alright. Smooth as silk. Lucky day 13. Oh god! Goal failed. Investigate. Oh, okay. Goal achieved. Find an appropriate landing spot. Can you hear me, Captain? Get up. Do you remember what happened? Well, you attempted an emergency landing, but the shuttle has crashed. I'm afraid the vessel got seriously damaged, and the communication console is in pieces. I believe it's not beyond saving, although it'll take me a while to calculate the optimal way of conducting the repairs. Please remain patient, Captain. Alright. For now, take a moment to take in your surroundings. Who knows, perhaps this place will turn out to be some sort of Mootopia. Wait, did I just say moo? What a weird glitch. I mean Utopia, obviously. Captain, the expedition module in the back of the cabin is now active. If you want to survive here, someone has to go outside from time to time. You should explore our surroundings carefully. Who knows what dangers wait outside? Let the space colonization commence. Alright. Fix the shuttle communication system. Await further instruction. Alright. Yeah, it needs a communication, which I'm glad we just made. Alright, I think we're gonna go ahead and send Baby out somewhere for materials. Let's go ahead and send him to a swamp. Yeah, you're strong. You're a strong man. Do we not have armor? Ugh. Well, golly gee willikers. Okay. I'm sending you out with nothing. I'm sorry, baby. I am gonna feed you, though. So, you know, that's good. It's good-ish. Hello, world! We fixed the shuttle's communication system. Now we're awaiting contact. Great success, Captain. The communicator attached to the communications console worked like a charm. I won't judge the aesthetics, since we can finally receive and answer transmissions. Now all we need to do is wait for someone to contact us. Someone will find us eventually. You can tell Emmett was amazed by what we achieved today. He almost smiled. There's hope, Captain. Baby ventured off to the swamp. Cross your fingers that he comes back. I wish I knew where you're pulling all those spare soup cans from, Captain. Okay, I guess we got another soup can out of nowhere. I don't think we need another communicator. Seems kind of superfluous at the moment. Oh, we have a med kit. I just realized. So yeah, let's go ahead and fix ourselves. Also, you're hurt. We're hurt. You're hungry, we're hungry, but we're not starving. Okay. While checking the ship's exterior, you stumble on something half buried under the dirt. You take a few minutes to uncover it and find that it's apparently a can of soup held in a stone hand. You try to pull it out by force and probably damage the carving in the process, or leave it be and just spend some time examining it on the spot. It might be hard locating it later, though. The storms on the planet cover things up fast. I mean, one's really not better than the other. I'd rather try and get more soup than not. Tug as you might, you failed to retrieve the soup can. Yeah, I kind of figured. Alright, and now we're all starving? Yeah, now we're all starving. Okay. Nope. Okay. The radio waves just won't stay silent. Captain, the string of information we're currently receiving is a mix of Morse code binary and a sound of a Geiger counter? Whatever's attempting to contact us must be trying everything but the kitchen sink. If regular modes of communication are failing us, perhaps we try unorthodox methods? Unfortunately, we can't, which now tells me that, yeah, building that communicator might have been a smart move. Alright. Deciding to not do anything about the mixed transmission signals to have no effect initially, but the longer you listened, those beliefs, the harder it was for you to concentrate. The communique only ceased after a loud outburst in your part. You kept shouting very nonsensical things to the ether. It looks like your overall acuity decreased due to this incident. Wow. Okay, well, there we go. We have the stuff now. You've discovered a posterity archives within the ruins of the broadcast public information about the history of the planet. Much of that is corrupted due to age, and what remains paints a rather grim picture. The ancient people of this world became so technologically advanced they destroyed themselves. They polluted their world to the tipping point and backslid into a second dark age of poverty and civil war. Then they disappeared. The archive doesn't say how. Captain, you all right? Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and use a sock puppet. We're gonna work this out for ourselves, aren't we? Baby, when are you coming back? You were so disturbed by the story of the world's fall from grace, and what that could imply for any highly technological civilization, that you had to put on the sock to remind yourself everything would be okay. You were inspired to take a few brief steps outside the shuttle to feel the once fertile sand in your fingers. But there was nothing there. Alright. Expedition in progress. Captain, we've encountered alien life. Some type of protozoan parasite has contaminated our water supply. I have no idea how the system was contaminated. Too late now. I don't think the infection will kill you, but my data on these organisms is not complete. Do you want to tough it out or purify the water? Let's try and purify the water. I think that sounds like a smarter idea. Oh my. You failed to purify the contaminated drinking water. Eventually, both your and Emmett's symptoms passed, but it wasn't pretty. In the end, you survived, but the soup you were forced to consume for hydration didn't regenerate you at all, and you wished the shuttle had more than one space toilet. Alright, Baby survived his wild romp in the swamp. He seems a bit sickly, in need of food and upset, but the primary focus is that he's not an alien doppelganger. We think. You listen patiently as he begins to describe his boggy episode. Baby accidentally kicked open a toxic swamp flower, rather unpleasant and probably very unhealthy. The swamp was chemical rich. Baby harvested 33 useful components. Awesome. Who transported these outside our solar system? So strange. Anyway, Baby found 4 cans of soup. Quite a trip, eh? Good thing Baby's home safe. Alright, good. Good. We're gonna try and fix up Emmett now. You're insane. Let's go ahead and do that. Yeah. Yeah. Let's do that. Captain, I picked up a transmission. It seems to be a recording that's been playing on a loop for many, many years. Unfortunately, the message is in a foreign language and you can't understand it. Perhaps you could use something to decode the message? We don't have a handbook. We do not have a handbook. We have a communicator, but no handbook. Okay. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, we're making sure that he's good. Okay. Mostly because we're going to send him back out. Goal achieved. Wait, contact. Yesterday we picked a transmission that's been playing for years. However, since the message was in a foreign language, you weren't able to decode its meaning. If I were you, I'd make sure to find a guide for some sort of help you translate the message. As we will surely pick it up again sooner or later. Who knows, maybe the transmission contains clues that'll prove essential to your survival. You're starving. Baby won his battle with madness. For now. Alright, so Emmett and I are starving. But Baby's okay. So why don't we go ahead and send him out again into the canyon. Let's go ahead and give him food too, that way we're good. Oh, oops, okay, yeah. While exploring the shuttle's closest vicinity, you realize that you thought a rock formation... What you thought was a rock formation is actually an ancient dispenser machine coated with dust and dirt, covered with simple depictions of soup cans. Could have run out of power a long time ago. You could try to fix it, but how? With our battery. Duh. Our atomic battery. The soup dispenser we found was briefly rejuvenated when you connected our battery. It came alive playing a merry tune and broke down just a few seconds later. The brief time it was operational, the machine released a refreshing aroma into the atmosphere. Some of it reached you through the suit and improved your vigor. Okay, that's fine. That's good. Alright, perfect. A sweet old man looking like Charles Darwin is knocking on your airlock politely. You let him in, he shakes your hand, holds it with an iron grip, and won't let go. Without technology, evolution stops. Soviet scientists want our species to stay strong, but they created me, the natural selection bot. He claims it's for your own good, which is what the dentist always said. And you don't believe him either. You've let me in, despite the warning signs. Now face your space predator, human. He doesn't have... he does have a point, Captain. Oh, I can see why you want to postpone this discussion. Defend yourself! Alright, we're gonna break the shovel over his head. Hey, but wait, are you feeling good? Everyone's feeling good? Okay, cool. Cool, good. Glad. I'm glad. Oy. A Soviet-made Darwin predator held you in its grip. The shovel is mightier than the sword, you yelled, which took it by surprise. You insisted survival was about working together, not the sheer strength of a single soul. I took you in. You attacked as if you were against sharing the common. Are you a bad communist? You sneered. The predator hissed. You commanded it to dig the letters. I will not hunt without thinking. In the ground 100 times. Like a scolded schoolchild, the predator took the shovel and went to work. He disappeared from the camera's range at the 73rd line, and I have not seen it since. Alright. Alright, yeah, you're weak from being sick. I do want us to make a sock puppet. Just in case there's more crazy. We need Captain. You hear me, Captain? Arg, you say arg in these situations, right? I hate raising my volume, but the malfunctioning body odor removal filter is making a racket. I think it's malfunctioning. Nothing duct tape can't fix. I think. You fix the body odor removal filter by placing the worn screws with tape. The captain no longer smells of unwashed astronauts. Alright, cool. Yeah, there we go. What's that you're drawing, Captain? Is that supposed to be ham? I understand you're fed up with soup. I'd advise you to go down the road. Here, I have a useful program just for the occasion. It's called Everything's Not All Peaches and Cream. It would help you focus your mind on different things. Would you like to start this process? Sure. Why not? Sounds great. Oh, no. Success, Captain. Your culinary urges have been kept under control. We spent the afternoon talking about things other than food, and then circling back to agree on the many merits of tomato soup. Now I should probably focus on surviving the mission at hand, wouldn't you say? Remember, life is a bowl of cherries. Not sure what that means, but my programming tells me it should make you feel better. Alright, we're starving. And let's go ahead and craft some soup. Oh, but Emmett's not dying anymore from injuries, so that's good. We're getting some communication coming through, Captain. It's very muddled, hard to decipher, but I think I can fragment it. It's a repeating message, and it goes something like, cow like, we like, no cow, no like. Huh, I have no idea what that means. Like, this is some kind of riddle. It surely requires more lateral thinking than I was programmed with. Should we do anything about the message? Nope, we can't. Not yet. Okay. The weird message over the communicator kept going, but you decided not to act on it. Everything about it made you and Emmett more and more hungry over time. By the time it stopped, the rumbling of your bellies was almost loud enough to drown out the transmission. There was a casual link between the fact that you decided not to do anything about the encrypted message and your increased appetite. Scientifically speaking, doubtful. But who knows what this planet has to offer. Baby survived his foray in the canyon. He seems to have been hit by falling rocks. Needs food and keeps muttering, the echoes. But our main concern is that he's still respirating. You clap your hands at as he begins to retell his thrilling voyage. The constant rock slides gave Baby more than a figurative headache. He found a cache of unused batteries in the canyon and siphoned their power. Where does all the soup come from? It's the greatest mystery in the universe and everything. Anyway, Baby found 3 soup cans. And we made a soup can. We learned some big things from this. Baby found conclusive proof of other human survivors on the planet. Possibly from the future. He looks weak. His state is critical, Captain. Consider crafting a first aid kit. Alright. Emmett, I think it might be your time to shine, buddy boy. Is there another one that has chemicals? No. There's just 2 that have... Alright. We're gonna go ahead and send you out to the swamp, buddy boy. Sure you can do it. Let's upgrade our system. No, we haven't been able to craft a handbook, I don't think. I don't know what we're supposed to do, because it's not giving us the option to craft a handbook. Yesterday we picked up a transmission that's been playing for years. Alright. Baby's rested, which is good. He's still weak, which is fine. Did we not decide to upgrade the system? Captain, there's nothing to report. I suggest you, would you mind covering your mouth when you yawn? Alright. Yeah, we already did that one, so let's play with the sock puppet this time. Oh. Yesterday started pretty slow, but you managed to turn it around with a puppet show. The only puppet you had was the sock. The fact the show was so intense that the sock is now unusable, just another sacrifice in the name of art. I think I speak for everyone when I say the contribution of the sock from your left foot will be vital to our survival, Captain. Okay. Well, good. We're no worse off, I suppose. Can you hear my teeth chattering? Of course you can't, because I'm a computer and I have no teeth. Duh. Still, I regret to inform you that the heat module... Oh, is in a loop feedback. Alright, well that's why we have lighter. Firepower. Excuse me. Ooh. Heat module's working. Oh, crafting module is now at level 2. Great, so can I now... Ooh, I can create some new stuff now. Like the mask. Yeah, let's do that. Greetings, tax evader. Your taxes are 29,003 years overdue. The black sphere beeping these words menacingly is an intergalactic tax collector. I let it in because its credentials looked absolutely legitimate, and civil servants are due respect. It deems you liable for this entire planet. I knew a surprise visit was in order, and here you are. I'll begin to confiscate your ship. Step outside, or else, the sphere commands. Do something, Captain. Let's try and outwit it. If anyone can lie his way out of something, I do feel like it's Tom. Oh, baby, you're looking hungry. Alright, but just hungry. Spherical tax collector was requisitioning your ship. You claim to be just a visitor and conjured visions of a boisterous, tax-paying tourist industry. That sounds about right. One that would begin with your recommendations. You spun tales so sweet, they'd put a diabetic into a coma. The tax collector acknowledged you as a citizen of Earth, then searched for a new reason to tax you. Finally, with readings of our exhaust, it took our chemicals and left. You're doing well evading death, Captain, but did you remember about the IRS? Oh my. Well, it only took 3 of our chemical. Oh no, that was all we had left. Okay. Well, we're gonna make the armor regardless here. Okay. And let's go ahead and feed everybody because we're dying. Why is everybody dying? I'm worried about Baby. He's been suffering vivid nightmares the past few nights. He wakes up each morning complaining someone named Cthulhu is commanding him to worship it. I've been picking up a steady, unintelligible broadcast from the ruins ever since we crashed here. It may interfere with human brainwaves, specifically the subconscious, inducing negative emotions. I want to run a test to see if positive thinking will counter this broadcast. Who would you like to test first? Baby, duh. He's the one that needs it. Goal achieved. Send 3 successful expeditions on a strange new world. Good for us. Baby tried positive thinking to nullify the broadcast effects, but his will was too weak. He simply couldn't think his way out of this one, and the nightmares continued. I decoded the broadcast. It was an ad for an ancient radio drama, The Call of Cthulhu. The advertisers tried mimicking the story's plot, in which an eldritch cow monster makes people go crazy by appearing to them in dreams. But knowing this didn't help, Emmett has survived his mission through the morass. He seems a bit sickly in need of food and upset, but of paramount importance is that he's not an alien doppelganger, we think. The swamp was chemical rich. He got 17. He brought back 1 soup. We created brain armor. There we go. Perfect. Right, you're just weak, hungry. You're doing pretty good, including feeling fulfilled. So, good on ya. Repair? Oh, sure. Let's go ahead and repair the shovel. Let's not go ahead and repair the shovel quite yet. What are the odds? Someone spotted an Astro Citizen emergency cargo cart lying nearby. Bzz. I had to check. The odds are infinitesimally small. Unfortunately, it is empty, but for a syringe of SLARP, standardized liquid for Astro Citizen rejuvenation and holistic improvement. Don't ask me about the capitalized P. I'm improvement. Who should use the syringe? I feel like Baby. If it truly does make like them better, Baby. Day 30. Baby used the syringe that we found near the cargo crate, and he's feeling much better today. Baby is still hungry, or having other ailments, but his base mental and physical abilities are vastly improved, for the time being at least. Okay. Warning, warning, we have a breach. The ship is about to be contaminated. I'm engaging all the emergency protocols available for my efforts, but my efforts appear to be useless. The contamination cannot be avoided. You have to protect yourself, Captain, before it's too late. All right, use the mask. Dang it. The extraterrestrial contamination was no match for the Astro Citizen issued environmental mask. Okay. That's great. Oh my goodness. I can't yet. That's the problem. Starving. You're fine. You're just hungry. Alright, you're starving, so let's go ahead and fix that. You are weak. Let's go ahead and use that. Let's also feed you. We're gonna make the mask again. Actually, before we do that, we're going to recycle this. That way we have enough soup for Emmett. Baby, we're gonna send you back to the canyon. Sorry, buddy. But we are gonna send you with armor this time, so that'll help. Shuttle sounds a bit rickety, Captain. A fan above the terminal is clicking away. Untie the knot of the cable. Yeah. our mentality is apparently great right now, so why not? Okay. Found 2 piles of astrocysts and multivitamins. Perfect. That's great. That's great. Alright, so now we're going to craft some soup. Sorry, I'm detecting an unusual disturbance in our mini-reactor. You see the membrane of light? Space-time itself is tearing open. Figures are moving and speaking on the other side. Don't through exchange exotic matter or risk. What do we do? Offer something to attempt to communicate. Let's offer it the artifact. And it took the artifact. Okay. Space-time breach is a minor reactor chamber. Was still bubbling when you threw the artifact in there. The figure on the other side became perfectly clear for a moment. It was you. The tear closing up just as you got a good look. When it was closing, a first aid kit came flying out. Okay. Sincere thanks, or simply part of the exchange, I wonder. Okay. Interesting. Well, let's go ahead and make another artifact real quick. Then we'll make a mask. I'm a machine. The machines cannot hear voices. The voices that I'm not hearing right now are getting very loud, though. Oh, you hear them too? My weight sensors are picking something up as well. A two-dimensional species. That explains why my cameras missed them. Quite vicious, I gather. With one decisive yell, the voices are approaching fast. The air inside the door looks very empty, yet very hostile all of a sudden. How'd you like to defend us? With communication. Communication is always the answer. Two-dimensional species attacked our ship. We chose words instead of violence. Immediately, a stream of accusations flew from the communicator. The voice claimed you were prejudiced against the no-depth. Unflappable, you apologized for all three-dimensional beings. They were touched, called you both flat in spirit, and vowed friendship toward the depth dependent. You could use some more ration. Okay, perfect. Emmett is starving. Let's fix that. Are we starving? No, we're just hungry. But I feel like we're going to be starving soon. So we should probably fix that soon. The wind, which was blowing ceaselessly for the past few hours, has uncovered a part of the sculpture near the ship, a cow's muzzle. Open, as if in expectation. A sacrificial spot, perhaps? I wonder if we have anything on hand to offer to this carving. Not that I'm superstitious, of course. I'd consider it a science experiment. Let's try the lighter. Oh god, I'm gonna die. You uncovered cow snout statue, expected a sacrifice. You had to choose. You have chosen a lighter. The moment you placed it in the carving's extended tongue, the muzzle snapped shut. As it opened again, you learn the item has proven to be too tough and thus indigestible to the statue. You left with nothing but disappointment. Alright, now I'm starving. I think I might die. In fact, I'm almost positive that unless baby comes back with food right now, I may die. Okay, nope. Yesterday we picked up a transmission that's been playing for years. Oh, okay. Baby completed his foray. Alright, he brought 13 battery power. 1 can of soup. Perfect, because we need that can of soup. You are insane. Be insane no more. Upgrade the expedition system. Yeah, let's do that. Captain, it's time for an astrocyst activity of utmost importance. The important task available in the shuttle, cleaning the cabin floor. Alright, yeah. We're apparently very strong right now. Don't know how that happened, but apparently it did. In spite of the fact that we're starving. Where'd I go? You ordered baby to clean, to get on all fours and work the floor clean. Oh, okay. Oh, and then I pulled a poo-poo out of my shoe. Alright, cool. So baby is now fine. Expedition system's being upgraded. We have an extraordinary artifact somehow. I'm glad I finally convinced you to go for a short walk around the shuttle. Forced you with consistent whining. It's for your own good, Captain. You stepped outside and noticed a small asteroid coming right for you. Okay. I need a moment to reopen the doors, so all you need to figure out is how to deal with the asteroids. Dodge your way gracefully or grab the nearest flattened and heavy rock to act as a makeshift shield. Makeshift shield, why not? That sounds fine. Oh god. Okay. Made a valiant effort to block the incoming asteroids. You might be battered and somewhat broken, but survived being hit by a celestial body. Alright. I'm gravely hurt. Emmett's starving. We don't have any food for Emmett. I'm so sorry, bud. Yeah, we'll make some food. But, oh, hello. Dig site. And then what are you? A temple. We're gonna go ahead and send him to the temple. Oh, we didn't make the ding-dang mask. Okay. Let's send him with that, though. I just want to see what happens. All right, you are gonna perish if you don't do that. Lamenting the fate of humanity, Captain. At times like these, I return to my common human expression: "You are what you eat." No, that's not right. Yes, life goes on. I have to consider Have you considered self-medicating? The airlock toilet could produce some excellent space shine for you and your crew. Nope, we're not making drinks in the space toilet. We also are probably gonna lose Emmett. Alright. I feel fulfilled. I'm alert. I'm vigorous? I look vigorous right now? Okay, good. Craft. Is there something we can recycle that we don't really need? The broken lighter, maybe? Shuttle's in danger, Captain. We're the path. Alright. Toxic tornadoes, close enough. It's going to be there without proper equipment would be terrible. Well, unfortunately, we don't have proper equipment, so we're going to get very, very sick. Okay. We're going to get very, very sick. Emmett's sick. We're starving. Okay. Captain, our wondrous astrocyst mini-reactor needs a regular coolant flush. To flush the coolant pipes, we must massage the casing gently while whispering mathematical equations to the machine. Emmett is idle. Do you want... Yes. This sounds like the exact kind of task that Emmett would enjoy doing. Day 42. Okay, we got a lot of battery power from that. I can't do anything about us being sick, bro. I'm so sorry. Can we upgrade the communicator? Hi, bud. Our own little space kitty wants to join the party. Okay. Oh my goodness. I take that back. We will upgrade the atomic battery. Do we need that? Nope, we're going to make ourselves a mask. And we'll use the communicator for the delivery guy outside. Leaning out of some kind of wormhole. Delivery in 300 milliseconds or your money back. He angrily waves a greasy box at us. His English is hard to parse. I wonder where or when he's from. Should we attempt dialogue? Yeah, let's go ahead and attempt dialogue. And then I think baby should be back? Yes. Okay. Pizza delivery guy didn't respond well when we pulled out the communicator. In fact, he became terrified. He drew a futuristic musket. Alright, first, and he blasted us. Okay. Baby's back from the temple trial. He appears to be in poor health, in need of snack, and traumatized. Alright. He had a brush with the divine bovine. Baby says the skin tingles with the... Tingles? With a demonic apparition manifested from the shadows. Was the place haunted? He claims to have banished the demon with the artifact, which then shattered. Oh, so we also don't have the artifact. Great. Okay, there were storerooms containing vats of chemicals. Baby collected plenty. Baby recovered a lighter. Got 4 cans of soup. Okay. Good. You're hungry. You're sick and hurt. You're starving, so let's go ahead and feed you. Yeah, we really need a med kit in a bad way. And we can't make a freaking book. Like, I'm so confused what we're supposed to do. I can't make a book for us. At least it hasn't given me that option to do that yet. Hi, Drake. Oh, you went out? Go ahead. Alright. Yesterday we picked up a transmission. That's been playing for years. Yeah. If I were you, I'd make sure to find a guide. Yeah. We can't. Great. Now Emmett's starving and sick. Are we starving? No, we're just hungry still. Alright, how do you feel good? Okay. You know what, Mr. Feelgood? You know what, Mr. Feelgood? Okay, no, the artifact is still there. Alright, so we're gonna give him the armor. A dig site? I mean, if we had the shovel still, maybe, but... I don't think he needs anything else to go that way. I'm detecting an ancient structure very nearby, totally camouflaged by the surrounding landscape. The front resembles a yawning face. It's a temple, a secret one. There could be treasure inside. Which route will you take to explore the temple? You know, we're geniuses right now. This is our planet. We understand how this stuff works now. You and Emmett reached the final room. There was only an empty pedestal. The temple shook. Booming voice said, "Oh, another player already claimed the treasure. You're the fastest team in history of our show. Thank you for playing Tales of the Secret Temple." Oh my goodness. This is a reference to an old TV show I used to watch called Legends of the Hidden Temple. Or an old game show. Baby set off seeking... Okay, cool. It looks pretty bad. Consider crafting a first aid kit to patch yourself up. Yeah, I am. It'll be done tomorrow, okay? Locked safe. This is the captain's safe. It's not meant... it's meant for you. You have the code, of course. No, does not compute. Were you really appointed Astro Citizen Captain? Will you try to open the safe by force or going to rely on your dexterity? Dexterity, probably. You were nimble-fingered enough to get it done. The only thing inside was a piece of paper reading to do. Put something useful in the safe. Alright, well. You're starving. And you need that. Otherwise, you will perish, and that will be the end of the road for us. So. We're also gonna... Well, we already have enough soup. For at least one thing. We're not going to repair this shovel. I think what we're going to do is we're going to make this ding-dang mask. Because we need it. Oh no, Captain. There was a shortage. A storage locker is jammed. Could be open. It gets worse. My favorite locker. We'll lose access to some of our supplies if we don't do anything. Also, I'll be sad. You need to act, Captain. Yeah, our brains. We're apparently somehow brilliant now. And we got 2 soup from that. Perfect. I made the right choice. Okay. Cool. Then let's go ahead and craft... Yeah, let's craft a first aid kit for Emmett. Is he starving yet? No, he's still just sick. Okay. The Dance Lords. Playing Rockabilly. The Dance Lords want us to have a dancing competition with them, which we will fail. But hopefully not bad enough that they destroy us. We lost the dance off. When the aliens beamed you up, we stumbled onto the dance floor and it was all downhill from there. Poor rhythm, shabby footwork. Not even a pair of sequin jackets could have saved you. The Dance Lords honor your bravery enough onto the holy dance floor. Their leader, Warbop, spared you, but warned that you'd better have sweeter moves next time. Baby completed his trip to this dig site. He appears a little knocked down. He looks much better than the other places he's been. What matters is he's not dead. You can sit and listen as he recounts his recount from the excavation site. Baby stepped on a booby trap and would have been skewered by a pair of sharpened stone udders, if not for his armor. Okay. Strangely, the cow statue who shot them was male. The armor cracked on impact. Cool, we can fix that. They left a generator with 39 power. He found 4 cans of soup. Okay. It's all for now, but baby is safe. Wait, and there was an ancient machine in one of the tunnels that appeared to have made soup. It was 1 million years old. The soup captain. What does it mean? Okay. Someone's follow it. It is troublesome, Captain, but it appears someone was following our explorer during the expedition. Emmett's starving. Alright, and we're gonna make him better. The beings who once inhabited the world consumed more cheese than should be physically possible. Check out the scanner. Those little foil triangles everywhere with the smiling cows on the label, those are cheese wrappers. Few of those smiling cow cheeses are still sealed. Like the laughing cow. This one was right outside the shuttle. The label says it won't expire for 1 million years. Want to try? Sure, let's go ahead and use a soup can. I'm so confused by what we'll do with the soup can. You open the ancient cow cheese and dropped it into a can of soup. The result was the most satisfying combination of creamy and tomatoey deliciousness you ever tasted. There was a scratch-off thing in the empty wrapper promising a free prize. You scratched it and some tape teleported into the shuttle next to you. Still valid. Neat. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna fix you up, bud. Don't worry. Yeah, and I'm not yet sending out baby. Oh, wow. Okay. Captain, our systems are working below their optimal levels. I was able to determine that our wiring might be faulty. I suggest you take a look under the proverbial hood and fix the wires before a malfunction. The wires are stuffed in a dark corner, tangled and dusty. You'll have to figure out a way to fix this by yourself. I trust your instincts. Not that I have a choice. Let's use our intelligence to unwind the cords. Hungry, sick, weak, hungry. Outside of that, though, all good. Day 50. Day 50! Okay, nicely done, Captain. You proved yourself smart enough to fix the malfunctioning component. The ship's systems are now working at standard capacity. This ship is really falling apart, I'm afraid. There's not enough time to properly finish it. Who could have expected an atomic apocalypse to break out so suddenly? Well, I could, but no one listened to me. No one ever listens to computerized assistants. Oh well, that's life, I guess. Just ones and zeros, but mostly zeros. Captain, this is not a plane. I'm telling you, there are no first aid kits under your seats. Wait, you found one. Peculiar. But I was making one. Okay. Well, that's nice, I guess. Crafting canceled. Resources refunded. Okay. Well then, I guess that's great. Let's use the refunded ones to fix that. Unless... Is it possible? No, it's not possible for us to freaking craft... You know what? We're upgrading the system again. Because I want to see if it's possible for us to make a freaking book. You're fine? You're fine. You're gonna not die after today. So good. Everyone is gonna be fine. There, look, everyone's fine. Yesterday we picked up transmit. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you're starving. That's fine. You're hungry. You're hungry, but that's it. And we're good. Captain, my weather systems are detecting a storm in the horizon. It's moving fast, so it hopefully pass by tomorrow, but there could be, this one could get nasty. Thunder, lightning, gale force winds, sharp objects howling at us from every which way. I'd like to keep monitoring the storm's movement throughout the night, but doing so will require my sensors to run on battery power, as it is unadvisable to leave the main generator reactor through the storm. Okay, cool, we can do that. That's no problem to us. The storm moves south, and you were spared the worst of it. By morning, it had completely passed. Oh, don't you love the smell after it rains? Alright, spent the morning sifting through junk pile. It was just a bunch of waterlogged crap. Alright. I'm starving now. You're still just hungry, right? Okay, perfect. I'm detecting a huge energy surge beneath the surface. Seismic waves. I think there's an earthquake coming. The shuttle's sturdy, but this ground isn't. The soil has a high potential to liquefy when the earthquake hits. There's a better patch of rocky ground a few yards ahead. We can use the shuttle's thrusters to scoot onto it, but if you overshoot, you'll be on even worse ground than you are now. Will you attempt the maneuver? What do we really got to lose? Come on. Is this a question? Scoot in better ground, coming to rest at the edge of rocky soil the moment the earthquake hit. For a few nightmare seconds, the shuttle buckled to and fro like a bad atmospheric entry. But the shaking stopped, you opened your eyes, and the strangest silence followed. Then you laughed. Okay, perfect. And now Emmett's starving. Great. We love that. Astral System Protocol dictates that every piece of equipment must be regularly checked for breakages, extraterrestrial parasites, space-time glitches, and spells by witches. And spells by witches? Yeah, let's have Emmett look at the armor and see if there's anything he can do about it. Especially since, you know, we just fed him. Day 54. Are we almost... Okay. Grab one of the Ashton's approved checklists. Emmett went one further, happy to add to his own checklist. Noting how improvements could be made, he went ahead and gave your equipment a shiny enhancement. This was most distressing, but there's an unknown group spying on our location every other day. What do they want? Okay. crafting module has been completed. So the armor was damaged, but once we repair it, it'll be better. Like, it'll be better than what we had. So that's great. Finally. The ding-dang book. And we're all just hungry? Perfect. Captain, it appears the species who lived here in ancient times worshipped a cow deity. Bovine iconography is everywhere, including on their fitness equipment. Take this weird machine the crew discovered outside the shuttle, for example. The Neandertron 5000 mimics a cow's behavior. You turn it on and it meanders aimlessly, sitting, walking in circles, joining groups of other Neandertrons. Okay. There has to be some benefit to using this thing. Will you have someone try it so we can find out? We'll try it. You tested your physical fitness by giving the Meandertron a whirl. Oh, it meandered all right. I don't know how many times you sat down and stood up again, but that looked brutal. Sweaty, wheezing, and filthy. You stuck with the Meandertron 5000 to the end of its circuit. When you were finished, you shut the Meandertron off and said, "That was harder than I thought. What a killer workout." Emmett's still loyal. Can't say if it's your engineering skill or dumb luck, but you were able to craft a high-quality item. Score! Perfect, we finally have the freaking... Okay. Good. And everyone's doing good? Perfect. Oh, look at that! We picked up a foreign transmission. Now we can finally decode it. Oh, we even made it a Cosmos 1.102. Not even just the 101. Okay. Good for us. Use the guide to translate a mysterious message. Yesterday we picked up a transmission that's been playing for years. Since the message was in a foreign language, you had to use a guide to decode its meaning. While you weren't able to translate the entirety of the message, you did figure out it was described as an ancient pyramid, the location of which you were able to determine. Perhaps it would be a bad idea to explore the pyramid. It wouldn't be a bad idea to explore the pyramid. Keep that in mind when planning your next expedition. And it keeps asking for soup, crafting complete. You are starving, Captain. Baby's complaining about an empty stomach. Yeah, we should craft one more soup. I should definitely eat. And then we should fix the armor and send out baby. Attention, Captain. I'm detecting a leak in our coolant system. Yep, we'll go ahead and use the mask. Glad I made it. I cannot determine if you actually read the Fix a Reactor Astro Citizen leaflet, or if you just made random motions trying to see anything through the mask, but the leak is no more. Good. Perfect. Now Emmett's starving, though. Awesome. Explore the pyramid. That's going to be our next big thing. I have a feeling baby's going to be hungry next. So we're going to fix that real quick. I just noticed the robot. Just noticed the big robot we got. Captain, what was that? That sound. I'm detecting foreign metallic objects in the hull. Or it's, oh my, it's a death robot squad. They must have followed us. They're coming to get all of you, carbon-based life forms. One of them boarded the shuttle. Stand your ground, Captain. Let's use our intelligence. Any conflict can be resolved with cold calculated logic, you decided. Pulling the reactor emergency ventilation venting release is the only logical thing to do. Logically, you mean the thing that I just fixed? Logically, the attacker was subatomized in a gross kind of way. Good thing, Captain. Death robots are gone. Excellent work, Captain. Clearly their programming is subpar. Absolutely no match for my system or my processing power, for that matter. Still, they are death robots, so sooner or later they'll strike back. All right. Cool. Ha ha ha. I am going to recycle that, because I feel like we will need food. Pyramids. We're going to send Bronco out. Baby. I'm going to send him with the artifact. Feel like it'll help him. I'm also going to feed him real quick. That way he's definitely going to go out and come back. Captain, I protest. Your self-appointment of the captain of the vessel does not grant you the right to injure your crew's heads. This also includes accidental flying soup can related injuries. If you have anything to treat the wound with, I strongly suggest you use it. Who did I hurt? Oh. Emmett. I hurt Emmett. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. He's not gonna die. It's fine. Okay. So now I'll make soup. Sir, something has infected Baki, my backup AI module. Perhaps interference from somewhere on the planet? Brilliant. Genius. Frankly, Baki needs a reboot. He's overloading the system. Someone agile should leap up and... Bzz. Hi, folks! It's too warm in this tin can, and Baki is here to fix it. I'll become your biggest fan! Haha! Well, my agility is acrobatic, so we can definitely do it. And I'm brilliant. And we're just hungry. Okay. Getting nervous. When a malfunctioning Baki took control, crewmate Alice gave you a boost while you shoved some armor in the fan system. Reported. The armor was already broken. Is it like gone? It's gone. Okay, cool. So we can't even repair it now. It's just gone. We need to completely craft a new one, which is fine. We can do that. I must keep him on a tighter leash. He's more of a superficial intelligence, but don't say that to his face. He also has a fragile ego. Alright, cool. And now I'm starving. Emmett wants to know what your relationship status is. Oh! Am I falling in love with Emmett? And I don't mean who's getting the bigger rations of soup. While I may not be keen on all the nuances of human relationships, it is clear Emmett is nervous about his first partnering with another man and desires some transparency. You're romantically unattached. Perhaps clarifying your relationship status with Emmett would be best for both of you. The last thing we need in the shuttle is more uncertainty. Will you give Emmett a token of your affection? Sure. Why not? We could use some love. Love in the stars. Got another death robot. You gave Emmett the battery and told him he was a constant inspiration to you, the way the battery was a constant source of energy for whatever it was plugged into. Emmett added a switch, a nail, and some spare copper wire to the battery, creating an electromagnet, which he said represented his powerful attraction to you. Oh my god, this is such amazing nerd chotch. You're still very mentally stable. Emmett appears to still be hurt. Crafting complete when you have armor. You might want to secure some rations for yourself. Emmett is in love with you. Emmett's starving. Oh. Let's fix that then. Alright, and we got the death robot here again. Let's go ahead and use the atomic battery on it. Just, you know, spish splash to zap zap. No, we broke the battery. Dang it. Goal achieved. Explore the pyramid. Hey, buddy. Astro Citizens, leg up. Now, Captain. Fry those bad things. Those bad things. Good job, pardon my language. But sending a gigawatt of power through the hole can make an AI say some things. The important part is that the intruders are electrocuted and escaped. Death robots are gone. Excellent work. Okay, Baby survived his voyage to the pyramid. He seems weak, in need of a bite, and upset, but our primary concern is that he's not rotting somewhere. You listen intently as he begins to report his epic quest. Baby witnessed holographic movies depicting the downfall of this world. He used the artifact to turn them off, which unfortunately shattered it. Perhaps it had limited use as a remote control. The Pyramid Guardians awoke and tried stabbing Baby with their spears. He escaped the stone monstrosities, but was injured. Baby found plentiful chemical stockpiles in the embalming room. While exploring the pyramid, Baby stumbled on a vast chamber once used for performing rituals. Upon the altar was a stone tablet covered in alien script. Baby brought the tablet back with him. I can translate it, Captain, but it'll take time. When Baby reached the summit of the pyramid, he saw 3 towers on the horizon, each bearing a different astrological symbol. It would be wise to visit them. Who transported these outside our solar system? So strange. Anyways, Baby came back with carrying rations. Okay. What an adventure. The pyramid was perilous, but Baby survived. You remain quite alert. You could use some more rations. Are you really telling me that you've taped a tape to yourself back on Icarus 13 and you only remembered now? Emmett is like, he's a hoarder. Okay, I get it. He's a hoarder, so he will just pull things out periodically. Okay. Emmett still considers you his friend. Emmett's still wounded. Crafting canceled. Resources refunded. Okay, no one's starving, which is good. What can we craft that we don't have? Okay, what can we repair that we need? I think we probably need the battery. How long can the storms of this planet last? You're getting restless. We need to do something about it. Let's have a lot of our inventory and devise a diversion. Choose something, Captain. I'll suggest an activity. The shovel. Why not? The shovel. Oh, wait. Are we in love? Soulmate. Yep. Okay. Yeah, Bronco, you missed some stuff. You missed some stuff that happened while you were gone. It was crazy. You decided to combat boredom with a shovel. Not literally. You can't hit boredom over the head. Instead, we staged a puppet play. The scripts were better if they were manipulated here, so we fashioned a foil to our protagonist with some of our socks. Mr. Caught Sockington Esquire might still be useful in the future. Okay. We now have our battery back. You're hungry, you're hungry, you're hungry. Okay. Let's repair the communicator, just in case. I have news regarding the stone tablet, which was brought here from the pyramid. While it was written in alien tongue, I think I've found a terrestrial language with similar structure. The revelation could be the key to decoding the tablet. If everything goes as planned, I should have a translation ready for you first thing tomorrow. Perfect. That is perfect. Okay. Then there's a moon tower, a star tower, and I'm assuming this is a sun tower. Sun tower. Yay. Okay. And with this, we should have, like, everything that we can have. Happy to report that the translation of the ancient stone tablet has been completed. Turns out it's an old legend. The world was once a lush paradise inhabited by highly evolved intelligent aliens. They lived for millennia, never growing old, until they decided to ascend into the stars. Before doing so, they made the planet barren as to not invite other settlers in case they decided to come back. However, the legend also says that there is a way to restore life to the planet. The text becomes vague at this point, but it tells of a prophecy that needs to be fulfilled in order for the planet's core to be reactivated. The heart of the sun shall be set ablaze. The moon shall be nourished by a fruit of the earth. An object of worship shall ignite a star. Okay. So he needs to take things to this. Shun shall be set ablaze. The lighter. Fruit of the earth. A can of soup. Ignite a star. The battery. An object of worship. Okay. Oh my, it was right here. I was right with all of the things, though. It seems like a riddle of some sort, but you're a smart one, for a human anyway. I'm sure you have it figured out already. I do. You're starving, Captain. You need a bite. Okay. You're not starving, though. You're weak, but you're okay-ish. So we don't need the tape that we just got. But what we do need is enough stuff to craft soup. So, which one of these? The star. Alright. Bronco, baby. We're gonna go ahead and send you out to the Star Tower. And we're gonna send you with the artifact. Got it? Alright. Baby looks a bit upset, Captain. He says he feels sad he doesn't exercise, but that's not easy in the shuttle. Whether he was in the prison gym or occasionally attending football practice, exercise was always an escape for him. He says one of the few things his parents would let him do is visit the gym. Suddenly he looks at you sharply and begins hopping up and down. He asks if he can press you, like a barbell. Probably one of the strangest requests you've received on this trip, sir. You know, I'm gonna say no. I'm not comfortable with that. You're about to leave for a few days. When Baby asked if he could use you as makeshift gym equipment, you'd say, I'd rather be lifted in the air when there are no more pressing things to focus on. It didn't seem to bother him, Captain, although for the rest of the day he moved his empty arms. Okay, well, that's fine. Baby went to the Star Tower. You remain very mentally stable. Emmett's alert. Emmett assures you that you can still count on his friendship. Emmett appears to be weak. Emmett's starving. We should get something for him to eat. We can do that. Alright. Then we should make more soup. Let's use our pew pew on the robot. Alright. Robots are gone. Perfect, perfect. Neither of those are things that we need to craft at the moment. I don't think these need to be upgraded for us to take them. So actually, what we should do is make more tape. That way we can make more soup. Captain, I'm detecting a troublesome buildup of mental tension. Recommended course of action? Throw an epic party. I took the liberty of inviting myself, but of course your crewmates should join us too. Although, you know what they say, three's a crowd. How about we invite someone new, eh, Captain? Someone we don't know, or we make ourselves a new companion. Sure, we can use the sock puppet as a companion. Okay. And we used it. Oh, but it revealed itself as a mysterious person, Mary Jane. You've had quite a lively debate about it too. Well, desperate breeds unexpected chatmates, doesn't it? We found it a little weird when you started arguing with the sock and eventually tore it apart. Yeah, Mary Jane has that effect on some people. Alright, then we're going to recycle that tape that we just made. As a child, Emmett was bullied frequently for his interest in science. He's been working on a gift for you, Captain, but I could tell he's hesitant to give it. Due to his constant raising his body heat and heightened neuronal activity, my interpretation is that he fears his gift will be unappreciated. Will you accept it? Of course I will. Of course I will. Goal achieved, bring an artifact to the Star Tower. Perfect. Emmett gave the gift... Oh! Gave the gift he's been working on. It was a first aid kit, which Emmett spent several days creating and should have used on himself. Baby has returned from his climb to the Star Tower. He seems a little under the weather, in need of sustenance, and traumatized by what... But what matters is he's not rotting in the dark somewhere. You listen as he begins to recount his treacherous climb. The tower's mossy walls produce some toxic fumes that Baby breathed in. Some of them. That can't be good. Baby collected plenty of chemicals from the mysterious mosses. There was a star-shaped room at the tower's summit. An empty pedestal stood in the middle. Baby placed the artifact on the pedestal and it sank into the ground. The crew is now one step closer to restoring life in the planet. I'm still trying to figure out how or why tomato soup is available universe-wide. Anyway, Baby found some soup outside. That's all. Baby's expedition was a success. You're starving, Captain. You should eat something. Baby is tired. Emmett died. His injuries got infected. Emmett, why didn't you just use that on yourself? Okay. Captain, where are you? Captain, I can't see you. It appears I've suffered a blackout. Yeah, let's go ahead and use that. Okay, well... Okay, well, now that Emmett's not a part of this, we have more than enough, so we're good. We're good, I guess, for things. Let's make some super armor, I guess. It's disappointing. I was really hoping that our love would, like, you know, be a thing. Oh my goodness. The lights are back on. Turns out the issue was a dead battery. Now what chewed through it is those tiny razor-sharp spiral teeth is a different question entirely. But as long as the lights don't go out again, you'll probably see it coming, right? Oh my goodness, okay. I no longer seem alert. Yeah, my soulmate just died. Thanks for that. Yeah. Oh. Can't even repair it. We straight up just used the battery. Okay. Cool. I'm glad we didn't use the lighter then, because we need that. Alright, so we are going to give you soup right now, because we are going to... Oh, reinforced armor. Okay, cool. The sun tower required what again? Bring soup to the moon tower. Let's go ahead and do that one. Perfect. And a death robot. No! We're gonna cancel this, okay? Come on in. Soka Bear apparently wanted in, because her big brother's right there. Okay, so we're gonna... Okay. I'm picking up a bogey in the area. Wait, there are more robots. Oh, no. No. There we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's do that. With that, we'll then upgrade Yeah, let's upgrade the Pew Pew. And we'll send Baby on an expedition tomorrow. Yeah, why not? Day 70. Oh my goodness, we've been going for a while with this one. I must admit it was touching to see you shield your crewmate from the attack. The fact that you were wearing armor does not diminish the heroic and very, very crazy act. Death robots are gone. Excellent work, Captain. Clearly their programming is subpar. Cool. We now have futuristic Pew Pew. Craft. Yeah, let's go ahead and craft a new atomic battery. I don't foresee us needing it, but just in case. Bronco's our friend. Alright, let's go to the moon tower. We need that. You know what, why don't you take the pew? And some soup. Alright, we're so close to the end of this, I'm pretty sure. And then bring a lighter to the sun tower. Perfect. Captain, have you noticed things on the shuttle have been moving around slightly? Just an inch this way or the other, but still. Been ready to write it off as micro vibrations, but I'm not registering any. I'm just focusing on observations at the moment. We can perhaps glimpse the deeper truth behind it, but since it's just a minor annoyance, it might not be worth your attention. Would you like to investigate this phenomena? Sure. We can glimpse deeper to the truth behind it. I have a feeling it's going to be some sort of like big beast. It's going to be like alien rats. You've taken the time out of your busy schedule to keep an eye on small objects around the shuttle. Yes, some are definitely moving around, especially when you're not looking, seemingly of their own volition. You isolate the items that were most often influenced by this phenomena and secured them so nothing falls off the shelves and tables. This particular approach to the problem has made you feel really smart. Good. Alright, we made an atomic battery. Let's go ahead and make a shovel just in case. While we don't have an infinite supply of soup, we do have an old scientific equipment tucked away on various parts of the shuttle in case of emergency research. If you're willing to lose a can of soup, you could try to find a way to improve the formula. No. No. We're so close to the end of this. No, I'm not. We're good. We're good. You don't mess with our soup. Besides, you claim the taste was perfect just the way it was. Yes. Yes, it is. We're a starving Marvin. We're going to go ahead and craft some more soup just real quick. Captain, there's a huge construct of some kind. It's neither animal nor robot. It's made of a crystal lattices? Like a giant walking crystalsaurus? Oh, what the hell? That was one hell of a hit. The crystalsaurus slammed into the shuttle, currently scraping the hull with its claws. But, I don't know. I think it's trying to extract our minerals, Captain. Yep. Well, tape is the only thing that would require minerals. The rest of what we can make require chemicals. And I think Baby, incidentally, is going to the place with minerals right now. So I'm actually fine with this. Day 73. Oh my goodness. Okay. You chose to do nothing about the crystalsaurus. We lost 10 of our minerals, which is fine. How are we going to deal with this one? The shovel? Sure. Now, let's go ahead and use the atomic battery again. Let's go ahead and craft a sock puppet real quick. And then how am I feeling? I'm a hoarder, payload specialist, fulfilled. Good. And just like a touch hungry. But just a touch. Oh my. Goal failed, bring soup to the moon tower. Goal failed, bring a lighter to the sun tower. Oh my goodness. Astro Citizen legs up. Now Captain. Oh my goodness. Death robots are gone. No word from baby. Perhaps it's best if you stop denying that he walked through a trapdoor into thin air. Now that baby's dead, so is your hope of solving the whole local prophecy business. Apologies, Captain, but it seems you're not the chosen one. Not today. So what? This is game over then? Captain, are you alright? These weird spots on your arms are a little worrisome. Can you see them? Please wait while I search the medical database. Searching. Unfortunately, I'm able to identify your affliction. I'm afraid you'll have to diagnose yourself. Sure. I don't know what to do. I have no idea what to do now because we can't venture out. Weird spots in your body yesterday. Lucky found a solution in the handbook. The spots were the first symptom of potentially dangerous and highly shameful ailment. Okay. I call it as I see it, Captain. You went insane. No, we can fix that. Okay. I have no idea what we can do. Snow is browsing through some designs on beautiful machines. Yeah, the whatever food dispensing machine. This is just, I'm gonna live until I can't anymore. Okay. We got a soup can. We have armor, which is great. Especially because it looks like now we're starving. Everything else is peachy keen. You know, we're gonna make another sock puppet. Captain, I've found something interesting on the surface of the planet. Looks like somebody passed their time by playing a supersized version of tic-tac-toe. We could use... Game pieces consist of minerals we could use. Sure. Let's go nab them. We're just gonna see if we can make it to, like, day 100, I guess. Yeah, good, great. Let's go ahead... Nah, let's go ahead and use that. I hate that we got so close. We got so close. But that's okay. That's okay. Detecting high levels of unknown toxin in our air system. It isn't too dangerous, but hallucination properties, so you shouldn't be breathing it for too long. Let's see if the artifact can make us feel, like, real good about this. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. Garba the Soul Stealer. Yep, we're gonna create the last of the soup that we can. A hovering multicolor cube has appeared outside the shuttle. It appears it's about head high and contains many parts. It didn't respond to my hail. I also tried offering it food. Nothing. It's a puzzle. Solved by moving the pieces so each of the cube's faces shows the correct color. Oh, it's a Rubik's Cube. Yeah, sure. You attempted to solve it. You grew frustrated, eventually gave up. The cube let out a decisive moo and lifted off into the starry night. I'm now hungry and insane. Okay. Yeah, let's give ourselves a pew-pew. A blue, veiny fruit growing out of the crack in the ground nearby. Yeah, let's eat it. Why not? Maybe it'll make a certain aspect of us, like, great. Scrambled transmission. You decided the blue fruit near the ship was worth trying. You faced your face gluttonous with pleasure as you sunk your teeth into it before turning into horror. The other half was full of purple, wriggling worms. Ew. Mind was buzzing at double speed. You flipped into a handstand and began perambulating around. Clearly those worms did something. Let's hope the effects don't turn. Alright, perfect. Then let's craft the last possible thing that we can craft. Great news, Captain. We have an incoming transmission. Play now. Oh no, the communication is scrambled. Signal's not strong enough. Maybe we could get on top of the ship and try to adjust the receiving dish? Yeah, I'm apparently feeling real agile right now. Yeah, acrobatic. We're doing great with that. Excellent news, Captain. You were able to adjust the receiving dish on top. Now, next time we receive a transmission, we should be able to hear it loud and clear. All we need to do is wait to be contacted again. That's great. Alright, let's pew-pew that. We don't need to recycle anything. How are we feeling? Just a little hungry. Oh, I'm so upset. Okay. You're still hungry. Yeah, there's still nothing for us to do there. Oh, rats. We knew those scratching sounds coming out of the vent shafts late at night were rodents. They hitched a ride from Earth. The infestation. How will you deal with this problem? The book. It's either going to be smash, smash, or it's going to tell us a good way to get them out. About the rodent infestation yesterday, the results of your decision about how to handle were unexpected. You researched how to domesticate alien wildlife in the handbook. You applied what you learned to Earth rats. Great news, Captain, it worked. They won't ravenously chew through your food supply now, but you do have to love them. You were about to resolve this conflict without... You were happy to resolve this conflict without bloodshed. You're in peak mental condition, sir. You're starving. Better grab a bite. Yeah, I'm running out of food. So maybe the rats can bring me something. Flux capacitor. Yeah, let's go ahead and try and assemble the flux capacitor again. We have nothing to lose, and maybe it'll bring back one of our crewmates? Nope. Just severely hurt ourselves. That's fine. Looks like we have a leak, Captain. The sprinklers went haywire. No time to waste. How are we going to deal with it? Our super smart brains. Our super smart brains. Whoop. Success, Captain. You were smart enough. I think I speak for everyone when I say the contribution your sock will be made vital for survival. Perfect. We now have a sock puppet in case we go crazy again, which we probably will from being alone. Captain, it's finally happened. We received a transmission. It appears to originate from somewhere on the planet. Let's have a listen. Oh, that's interesting. It turns out there's a group of fellow crash survivors out there. Okay, we might get a good ending then. But seem to have resources that you lack. Perhaps with their supplies you'd be able to get your ship off the ground. A member of this group is still on the line. Will you attempt to befriend them or try to threaten them to establish your authority? Befriend them. Yeah, befriend them. I have so much stuff. Literally, the only thing I'm missing right now, I think, is a med kit. Outside of that, I'm good. Yesterday, you spoke to a group of other survivors. Thanks to your considerable negotiating skills, you were able to find out more about them. Turns out the other survivors are, in fact, prisoners from a crashed convict ship. A lot have committed major crimes, but they seem... So have we. They seem determined, as you are, to leave the planet as soon as possible. That might make them good allies, as long as you're willing to trust convicted felons. You ask the prisoners for some time to decide whether you'll cooperate with them. They agree and promise to contact you again shortly. Better make up your mind by then, Captain. Oh, we have. Believe me, we're doing it. Alright, and we're starving. Yeah, they just need to get back to me before I run out of food. We're receiving a signal from deep space. Seems to be a pulsar, except its pulse isn't like anything I've ever seen before. Pulsars are neutron stars with an extremely fast rotation. They emit beams of EM radiation that can appear to be intelligent in origin. But this is intelligent in origin. Do you want to decode the message? Yeah, why not? It could be a free offer for some tomato soup. It was an advertisement. Don't miss Zizek's Sports Emporium, voted best in the universe. Free Pew Pew giveaway still going on. Turn left at the Super Strand at 462 Parsecs. Muting this ad may lead to death. You waited, but no Pew Pews appeared anywhere. What a lame giveaway. Yeah, it's because we already have one. The planet is abundant in sculptures of a cow-like deity. The carvings are a nearby monument to depict some sacred rites. The locals observe a ritual in which hopefuls impress the gods with their agility in return for boons. Try it, Captain, for science. Well, good thing we're feeling like an acrobat right now. Day 90. You performed a sacred dance to impress the cow god with some fab moves, Captain. You immediately started feeling like you understood more about the universe, including, curiously, the process of making soup. You remain very mentally stable. You could use some more rations. You no longer feel alert. Well. The prisoners contact us again, Captain. It appears they came up with a plan that might be beneficial to both parties. They want you to repair their massive ship. In return, if you manage to get the vessel off the ground, they will offer for you to leave the planet with them. Well, you could definitely use a ride off this barren rock. Will you trust the prisoners and pledge to help them repair their ship? I don't really have a choice, do I? Yeah. It's been decided, Captain. You and the prisoners will work together to repair the convict ship to get off the planet. Someone from their group will contact you shortly to let you know what you need. I'm going to assume it's going to be the communicator, the battery, maybe a lighter. Pew pew. Day 92. Alright, this needs to happen fast because we're running out of stuff. The planet's violent storms are quite the show, aren't they, Captain? A particularly strong one is moving. Okay. May I suggest some safety measures? Should be fine. Shaking could damage some of our supplies. If you had something to prop them up with, maybe it would help? Yep. And I think we're going to go ahead and recycle the tape. I do kind of feel like the tape might in fact be something that the prisoners ask for, but we'll see. Oh, and we just found another tomato soup. They were only rattling, no actual damage to the supply stash. A loud banging gave us a fright, but when we looked, it was, in fact, tomato soup. Well, that's unexpected, Captain. There's cheese in the pantry. Did someone sneak it on board? Is there an infestation of alien mold? Was it the French? Just desperate times call for desperate measures. No, we're not going to eat the cheese. Captain, a hole appeared right next to the shuttle overnight. It produced smelly vapors and nasty gurgling. Yeah, let's go ahead and research it, I suppose. Why not? I'm so upset. We were like 4 days away from being off this place. Was snoring chameleon razor tail occurred to you only after it woke up and took off, seriously injuring you as it went. Okay. Great. I was right about the battery. News from the prisoners, Captain. The repairs on their vessel are going smoothly, but they need a battery. Yeah, we'll give a battery to them. That's fine. I have no issues with that. Zero qualms with giving them a battery. Let's go ahead and use the artifact. Which I'm... Oh no! He was dying of starvation. Okay. Whew, okay. Sir, something looks like trickling iron fillings. The nanomechanics are pouring in and pooling on the floor. Sir, something is seeping into the shuttle. It looks like a trickling of iron fillings. Could it be nanomachines? Inside the shuttle, a track of bright, vital flowers and clean soil lead away into the distance. The nanomachines are pouring in and pooling on the floor, sliding in various directions. This is a high-risk situation, Captain. Shall I continue letting them in? Yes. Let them all in. It gave us a med kit. The flood of nanomechanics entered the cabin, was becoming a torrent, pooling around an empty seat. You decided to wait and see what they do. They began pulsing into a huge shimmering mound and began taking the shape of a human. After a few moments, they began sloughing away, and in their part was a new crewmate, April. While we're all a little suspicious of the nano-cloned human, they seem entirely cogent and are willing to help. Another pair of hands are and another mouth to feed. Captain, this is not a plane. Okay. No. So it made April for us. So does that... Hang on. So we could have rebrought life to the planet. Well, dang it then. Okay. That kind of blows, but... Okay, I suppose. Well, we need stuff for... My goodness. Yeah, we need stuff for food until we can get off here. Prisoners are on the line again. I was right, they needed duct tape. So let's go ahead and craft some duct tape. Okay. Day 99. We're definitely getting to day 100. Prisoners asked for duct tape. I'm afraid this might be a dent in the plans to finish repairing the ship quickly. Why don't you try to procure some duct tape? Okay. Cool. And now I'm looking good, feeling good. Awesome. Captain Metallic Cylinder has been blown next to the shuttle by violent winds. What an opportunity for research. It consists of two sections. One opening is stuck and needs to be forced agape. The other is locked, requiring deft hand to open it. What shall it be? We're going to not do the force one. Day 100. Oh my goodness. Okay. And we got another med kit. You decide to steal out the lock in the cylindrical container. Although it clearly wasn't made for human hands, you solved it quickly. You found a collection of doodads and doohickeys, mostly depicting cans of tomatoes, reminding you of soup. You unwrap something resembling a first aid kit in a piece of cloth. Perfect. Alright, and then let's deal with you with the remnants of the artifact. What remains of the artifact? You're fine right now. Yes, okay, cool. we're starving. Let's go ahead and make a new artifact. The water cycler is overheating. The overheating isn't the problem. The system has safeguards. Problem is we store our minerals under the water recycler. Worried that minerals left traces, even boiling, exposed to it too much, could be hazardous. Manual reset could work, but it'll be tough. Do you want to try it? Yes. Because we're still, like, yeah, pretty on top of everything. We've become a very, like, functional human being. Alright, well, oh, okay. Hi, April's back. April's returned, brought 19. Okay, that's not a lot. Brought 1 soup, and we have the artifact now. Okay. Yes, we'll give them that. We'll craft some more tomato soup. You're tired and weak. Well, sucks to suck. You can get a little bit of rest, but then you gotta go back out, girlfriend. April's rested. April would like to eat something. Yeah, and people in hell would like water. I don't know what to tell you, girlfriend. I guess we can give her some soup and then send her out somewhere again. Actually, the thing is, I don't really know what we need outside of just more chemicals. But we've pretty much tapped out everywhere that we could get chemicals from. Oh, right, I need to make choices. There's something growing inside the ship. Be careful, Cobbin. It's kind of carnivorous plant. I tried blasting it out with the air brakes to stop it from entering the shuttle, but it's too tough. I think it evolved to prey on downed vessels like ours, and it looks hungry. How will you stop it? By being fast AF. The way you deal with everything. You stopped the carnivorous alien plant invasion in the shuttle by tying it in knots and sprinting around. Tried to follow you, but you... and it tried to follow you so it could eat you, but grew too entangled until it couldn't move at all. Then you walked up and killed it. When you examined the carnivorous alien plant remains, you found some undigested food in its stomach. Those little mushrooms looked just like cupcakes. You tried one. Good thing it wasn't the magic kind. Alright, cool. Also, yeah, I've gone insane. I've gone insane. Alright, we're gonna pew-pew that. Also, we have a little bit of extra. I feel like... yeah, the atomic battery we could probably boost. Day 105. Oh my gosh. Alright. Craft. Do we craft a sock puppet over soup? I have a feeling they're going to ask for soup, though. Sir, there's something strange in our neighborhood. A space ghost floating towards our boat with purpose. Are we carrying anything mysterious I might be interested in? Yes. Wait, you're good, right? Okay, yeah, you're good. You're good. There's something strange, but you're good. Ghost phased towards you waving a protoplasmic microphone. You hefted the artifact at it and it exploded as a mess of slime. Okay, you came, you saw, you kicked gooey ass. Perfect. Something fell from the sky in a flash, and now you're surprised we're surrounded by a swarm of red-winged somethings. Of course I anticipated this. This is scenario 87,394B. The small creatures are flying into the walls in waves, causing the hull to reverberate like a speaker. Are you God? They reverberate. For generations, we have been searching for the one who thinks outside the hive. Each jump from planet to planet decimates us. Are you the one? I, for one, believe you deserve a cult following, Captain, but the choice is yours. I, too, believe that I deserve a cult following. I have said that many times, and many times people have tried to defer me away from that. A swarm of tiny red aliens spoke to you through the hall's vibration. You tried answering, but they just hovered over your ship like flies over fresh manure. Then you took the artifact, and the improbable happened. They moved in unison with your movements. You spoke, anticipating their questions, and they flew in response. Your mind must have touched. Your minds must have touched, and they heard each other. You read the handbook to them, revealing the galaxy's laws. They flew in synchronicity with your lips, the whole while. When you finished, you drew an intricate shape in the air, and you looked calmly at it, as if you understood. At last, they sped away. April returned from her temple trial. She appears to be in poor health, in need of snack, and traumatized. Okay. She nods. She begins to describe her brush with divine bovine. April admits she fainted from fear when she saw a demonic apparition manifest in front of her. She found 2 soups, and that's it. Alright. Other than that, she good. Captain, I found an astrocyst ID for someone named John Amerikansky. There's no one by that name listed in our database. Could there be someone living among us? How suspicious. Your only lead is the ID was found next to a soldered shut vent. How did you solve this mystery? Let's be smart about this. Whatever that means for this situation, let's be smart about this. You knocked on the walls until you identified hollow space. You removed a panel and found a human skeleton clutching a journal. What do you mean, alien runes? Sir, that's Cyrillic. Wait, a red spy? Here? The situation's unfortunate, but thankfully a dead red over a live one but I'd take a dead red over a live one any day. Thankfully, the skeleton's cradling several cans of tomato soup. He must have suffocated instead of starved. Cool, so we got 2 tomato soup from that. And there's another death robot. Perfect. You're still weak. I'll give you another day, but then I'm sending you back out. Alright. Well, that blows, but, you know, it's fine. Hello, Captain. Might I ask why you're going through files? You're not really meant to see the contents of my digital storage until... Protox. Now that's a fun file. Just please don't... Oh no, what have you done? You shouldn't have ran the program. Protocol X initiated. There's a secret protocol. It was meant to be an experiment. The consequences of initiating the protocol will be severe. Use your skill to do something, Captain. Alright, let's use our brilliant brain. Day 110. Protocol X has been disabled. I probably shouldn't have told you Protocol X, Captain. You're smart enough to hack the computer and stop the dangerous protocol from launching at the last moment. It's an experimental program installed in the ship computer by the masterminds behind the Astro Citizen program. I'm not at liberty to divulge what it does exactly, but rest assured that it's a good thing you stopped it in time. Phew! Are you telling me that you taped tape to yourself at Icarus 13 and you're just now remembering? Alright, we're starving. What do they need from us? A book! Our new friends, the prisoners, contacted us to let us know they need some sort of guide to properly make the repairs to their ship. The sooner you help them, the sooner we might be able to leave this planet, Captain. Lend the prisoners a handbook? Yes, and that's the 3rd thing, so I think that should probably be the end of us helping them? I'm assuming? Also, girlfriend? you're gonna go on a quick expedition to get us, yes, some minerals, please. Oh, God. Okay, never mind. No, she's not. Okay. Goal achieved. Help the prisoners. Yesterday, you got your new allies a handbook to help them repair their ship. It turns out to be really useful to them, and they finally did it. The convict ship is fully repaired and ready to go. Now, all you have to do is join the prisoners at their camp and get ready to chart a course across the stars. Your mission is over, Captain. Congratulations. April went off to climb the moon tower. Stay hopeful she comes back safe. April appears to be in poor health. April's starving. She won't survive without soup. But it looks like she came back just in time. Oh, okay. Hello. Look at this. And so Captain Tom Thompson and April Angel joined forces with a community of prisoners to repair the convict ship. As the homogeneous vessel rose off the ground, it was no longer a monument to bondage, but a chariot of freedom instead. While many of the ship's passengers never returned to their original homes, they made new ones all across the galaxy. Captain Thompson was not happy that Baby didn't get to see the end of their journey. Too bad. He could have taken better care of crewmate Bronco if he really cared. Ouch. Emmett's adventure was shorter than he would have hoped for, but he got to witness more miracles of the universe than he thought possible, including true love. All of them paled in comparison to the second greatest wonder of all, though, the love that blossomed between himself and Captain Thompson. The first one was, of course, a lifelong diet of canned tomato soup. After their journey together was over, April left the captain to pursue her own goals. Rumor has it, she opened her own garage a few galaxies away, specializing in atomic unicycle maintenance. Oh my god! Did he start a cult? Following his mission completion, Captain Thompson made a vow to himself. From this day on, he would tell no lies. He would become a better man. The experiment showed promise, but ultimately ended after 2 days, during which Tom tried various strategies, such as taping his own mouth shut and actively avoiding anything, and anyone with a pair of ears. It seems like ages have passed since 3 amateur astronauts left Earth's orbit, expecting certain doom. Now the brave pair of survivors look into the future with renewed optimism. As one tale comes to a close, another begins. The end. You survived! Yay, okay, I think this is the first time I've survived this game. I'm so sad. We almost... We almost... Is that it? Yeah. This one. We almost made Mutopia habitable again. But I now know, like, what it takes to make that happen, so good. I think this will aid us in the future with this. But with that, I'm going to call it a night. I have to be up early tomorrow. So, yes, I'm going to throw it on the ending screen. I'm going to see if there's anybody playing 60 parsecs or 60 seconds or anything kind of in the realm, or anybody in, like, my trusted group that I can dump everybody out in. If not, though, then everybody have a great night. I will be back on maybe tomorrow or maybe Friday. We're gonna have to see what happens. I have a couple... Always, I have a couple things that may or may not be happening on any given day. But yes, look out for my stream plans over on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and like the stream, whether you're watching it live or as a VOD. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, or if you're not new and just haven't subscribed yet. If you're over on Twitch, feel free to give me a follow. There's no way for you to like the stream. If you look in the comments, there should be a pinned comment, both on Twitch and on YouTube. for today's most recent video, which was 60 Parsecs, where we played as Captain Baby Bronco. And if you wouldn't mind going on that, liking it and hyping it, that really helps the channel. It helps push out my videos, helps boost the channel up. We're on the road to 1,000. We are about to hit 700 pretty soon. Once we do that, we are going to be having a Project Zomboid stream. That should be really fun. It's going to be kind of like a cosplay-esque stream. But with that, I will say good night, everybody. Bye.